Hello engineers, I am Miraj Ansari, Autodesk certified CAD trainer, and welcome to the next lecture. In this session, we are going to create some basic mechanical parts, that is exercise 1, exercise 2 and 2 more from sheet number 2 like this. So these 4 basic drawings we are going to discuss today. Okay, so be with me. If you have any doubt, then feel free to ask. So let's get started. We have started AutoCAD 2020. We can click here just once, and initial setting we have already discussed in lecture 2. What should we do? First of all, we need to set the units in which we are going to make our mechanical drawings. Okay, so shortcut of setting the unit is UN and enter. Just UN enter, because we are going to work with mm. Here we have all dimensions are in mm, so that's why we have to set the units in mm. Okay, so U and enter and go to decimal, and precision must be 0.00 or maybe 0 according to your requirement, and here we have millimeters, and then OK. Now we must set our drawing limits. Shortcut is LIM enter, and it is asking about specify lower left corner. It means it is asking about the origin for X as well as for Y. So here we should enter 0 tab 0 enter for origin, and how many area, how much area we need for our drawings. Just I will enter 1000 mm by 1000 mm for now. We can change the limits of our drawing later, anytime, whenever you want. Okay, so that is done. We have set units, limits, and press Z enter A enter. That is the shortcut for zoom all. Otherwise we can just click here zoom all. Okay, so all set. Make this grid mode off by pressing F7 from your keyboard like this, F7. Otherwise you can just hit on this button. Okay, so you can see here we don't need grid mode now, so we have made it off. Okay, now one more thing we have to do. Just right click here, go to UCS icon setting, and show UCS icon at origin. It will shift to the origin. Okay, cursor size I want little bit large. Okay, so just right click here, go to options. These are a part of initial settings. Whenever we work with a new file, we must set all these things. What I did, right click, go to options, display, and here we have crosshair size. I usually recommend the cursor size 25% of the screen size. Say okay to it. Is it enough for us? Okay, and we always ensure that these 4 buttons must be on whenever we are working in 2D as well as in 3D. That is object snap mode, object snap tracking, ortho mode, and dynamic input mode. These 4 buttons are highly recommended for 2D drawings. Okay, just make it on. 4 button must be on, and ensure that all the nodes are checked on. Okay, object snap setting, we have 2 options here, clear all and select all. We use this one, select all option, and hit OK. Now we all set. Let's start with the exercise number 1. Before starting this exercise, I would like to tell you something. I am not going to clear all these drawing tools one by one. We will learn drawing and command simultaneously. Okay, which command is used for which type of drawings. We will learn all the things simultaneously. Okay, otherwise you will get bored. Okay, already being an engineer, you all I think you know about all these drawings, line, polyline. Whenever we need these drawings, these shapes, I will tell you. Okay, so let's start with the exercise 1. Here we need what we need. We need a rectangle here of, you can see here, horizontal distance is 30 and vertical distance is 40. Basically this is shaft type of object, so we can identify by this phi sign. Okay, so we need a rectangle 30 by 40. So just click here, rectangle, and you can see a specify first corner point. Click here and type the value. First value, that is horizontal value 30. Press tab for vertical value, that is 40. 30 by 40. You can see here. Press tab and say enter to it. We have created a rectangle here. Now it's time to create the remaining part, that is this one. So how could we create that? Okay, so let's have a look. Suppose I'm going to share a secret. We have already seen here object snap tracking, how to track any point. Okay, so I'm going to track any point for creating this one. Okay, just take a line. If we just take our mouse cursor to this point and little bit away from that point, you can see here a green dotted line. It means we can type the value from this point, okay, to this point, and you can see here the dimensions is given 22 point something. So if we track this point and type some value like this, suppose we type 20, enter, then it will draw a line from this point apart 20 mm like this. So we can check that value distance, first point and second point. You can see here 20 exactly we have created. Okay, just delete it, E for erase, and I am going to create line in this way. Okay, so take this line command and I am going to track this point, and what is the distance between this point to this point? Suppose we have 40 minus 40, remaining is 20. Sorry, 40 minus 20, that is 20. This is 10 and this is 10. Okay, so we have to create a line below from this point 10 mm. So just track this point, drag it in the below from that point and type the value, that is 10, enter. So it will automatically shift the starting point of this line below this point. Okay, once again take this line, just track the upper end point and you can see green dotted line has appeared now, and type the value, that is 10, enter. It will shift automatically by 10 mm, okay, below from the tracking point, and horizontal length is 30 mm. So type the value 30 and again 20, enter. And here we can see perpendicular. Why this is possible? Because we have already made this button on. Okay, so that's why you can see here perpendicular is also on. So that's why we would be able to see any nodes during our sketch creation. Okay, so just click here and press enter. So we have created the shape. Okay, now it's time to create a center line. Then how could we create a center line? First of all, we need to create a simple line, continuous line. Later on we can convert this continuous line into a center line. Then how could we convert this continuous line into a center line? Let's have a look. First of all, what we need to do, we need to focus on this properties panel. Okay, so here we have properties panel, and properties panel in which we are going to load. You can see here this option line type. Just click here and go to other option. Other options, then we don't have any center line type of line here. Okay, we don't have here any center line, so we have to load it. Just click here and select any one and press C. It means center line automatically selected, and then okay, here we can see center line loaded here. Say okay to it, and then select this continuous line and go to this option and just select this line type. So we have created a center line here. If you don't like the scale, it must be larger than it is now. Okay, so how do we change the scale of the center line? Just select the center line and press Ctrl+1, that is quick properties. Here we can see properties. You can change the scale of the center line here. So here we have line type scale. You can see here that is by default 1. We can make it large, suppose 3 or 5, whatever. Okay, so it is easily visible. If you want to change the color of the center line, just select the center line, and here is the option properties, and here we have make it red, whatever color you need. Okay, so we have created this drawing, but dimensions is very important. Dimensions are very important for any drawings. Okay, so we can't make any drawing or any model without any dimensions. So we must show all the dimensions whenever you make any drawing. Okay, this is necessary, and also we have to say in which unit we are working on. So we are working on You can see here in your title box. So just apply the dimensions. How could we apply the dimensions? Let's have a look. Here we have annotation tabs, and all the types of dimensions we have here. Okay, now only we need here a linear dimension. Linear means what? We can easily apply the dimensions horizontally and vertically. So we need only linear dimension to apply like this. Okay, so here we have linear dimension. Just click this point and the location. So we are now, so we can't see the exact dimension of this applied one. So how could we change the scale of this dimensions so that we can easily see what is the dimension applied here? Just press D for dimension style. You can see here, press D from your keyboard. We have this D for dimension style. Okay, we will get this dialog box. Otherwise we have this one, format, and here we have dimension style. Okay, and then modify, and then here we have all the settings regarding your dimensions. Okay, so what should we do? Let it see again. Okay, so just press D, enter, and modify, and then you can see we are going to start from the text. So I'm going to tell you the standard dimension settings here. Text height, suppose 3, enter, and click here ISO standard, and let's have a look. You can see here text size is increased now, and now we must increase the, now we have to change the scale of our arrow size. Okay, so the same thing we are going to do again. Just hit the D, enter, modify, and here we have symbols and arrows. Type here 3 mm, that is enough for us, and say okay to it. Let's see what changes is applied. Okay, so text has changed, arrow size changed, Now we have to remove this extra 4 zeros here. So again a space bar to repeat the same command, and modify, then primary units, only 1 0 we need. Okay, done it. Now what is remaining here, we can see this extension gap and this one. Okay, so how to create this gap here and this beyond the dimension line. Okay, so how could we create that? The same thing we are going to do. Modify, go to line here, lines, and here we can see the offset from origin option and extend beyond dimension line. Here is the option. Type here 1.2, that is enough. You can see enter. Yes, you can see little bit gap here applied automatically, and here 1.25, hit enter. So you can see beyond the dimension line we get a line. Okay, so just say okay to it and close it. Yes, you can see this extension gap applied, this extension gap applied, and this line beyond the dimension line also applied. In this way we can make the dimension according to our needs, according to our choice. Okay, so which type of dimensions line you want, continuous or hidden or center, we can also change that type, that also. Okay, so let's have a look. Here we have to apply the phi sign, that is diameter sign. So just nothing to do, just double click here and you can see text editor is on, and here we have symbol option, and here we have the diameter option. Shortcut is %C. Just click here and you can see here dimension completed. Now again hit linear, press enter, direct select this line. In this way we can also create the dimension, or we can also apply the dimension. And just click here, stay here, and you can see continue dimension. So this is the another way of applying continue dimension. Escape. Again double space you can press, you can hit your space button, double space to apply the dimensions, and just double click here and go to symbols and dimensions. We have completed the first exercise. You can see here everything is neat and clean. Suppose you want to change the arrow type, then press D enter, go to modify and symbols and arrows, and here we have the leaders or second, whatever you can see. If you want to change like this oblique, then see, then close it. You can see, oh sorry, I'm sorry, it this option is suppose we want this type of arrow here, and here we can see every arrow change its shape and change its type. So just press Ctrl Z to make them undo, let it be as it is. Let's see the second one. We need a rectangle of 50 by 50 mm by 40 mm, sorry, 50 by 40 mm. We need a rectangle. Just take this rectangle here, click the base point, type the value, that is 50, tab 40, enter. Here we have a rectangle. Now it's time to create one circle of radius 20. So just you can see here center and radius type of circle we have. Click here, specify the center point. You can see in the command line dialog box, center line, and the radius would be 20, enter. So just we have created this rectangle and this circle, and now we are going to use the trim tool. So TR double enter is the shortcut for trim, just like this. Otherwise just go to your modify to tab, trim, and enter. So this is the another way of trimming your drawing. Okay, so just apply the dimensions, take this linear, hit enter, and you can see. Again double enter, you can see. Again double enter, you can see. Again double enter, you can see. This type of applying dimension became faster. Okay, and this command is also very much important. Suppose this is applicable for all types of objects. Suppose line, polyline, circle, rectangle. So this option is very much important. Otherwise we can use this radius tool to apply the radius like this. You can see here. Okay, Control Z. Now I am going to apply the dimension using this dimension tool. Select here, enter. 1 second, you can see just continuously. We don't have to press the space bar again and again and again. Just make this dimension tool once and you can see. That's it. Okay, so if you don't want to press space or enter button again and again, then this is the best option for applying all the type of dimensions. Press escape. One more thing, we want this line from the arc center. Then press D for dimension style, modify, and this is your fit option, and here we have that option which can draw a line from the center of any circle. Okay, so you can see draw dimension line between extension lines. Say okay to it, then close it. Now if we apply some radius or dimension, it will draw a line from the center of this arc. Okay, and later we can move this text here. Just select this text, go to this point, move text only. Here we have the option. Just to make this button off, it means ortho mode off, then we can place the text wherever you want. This is the way of applying the dimensions properly. Okay, if you want to save it, then press yes. Drawing 1. Okay, already make drawing 1, make dr1, hit OK. Now 2 drawings has been completed, and now we are going to see the third one. This is also a very small part. Completely 10 plus 20, that is 30. 30 by 30, we need a rectangle of 30 by 30. So take this rectangle command, 30, tab, 30, enter. Here we have a rectangle. Now we can draw the remaining portion, 15, 10. Okay, so just take a line, hit L, enter, and we can track this point, and we get a green dotted line. Type here 15, enter. Below that 15, enter, and here we have, sorry, this was 10, enter. You can see here. Another is, you can see 10 by 10. So just L, enter. You can see we are going to track this 10, enter, 10, enter, and just perpendicular. Now we have to trim the extra line, TR, double F space or double enter, trim them all. Here we have created the third drawing of this session. Let's apply the dimensions. You can see like this. Otherwise select here, click here, and this continuous line select like this. Okay, again, otherwise linear tool is very important. Yes, continue, I'm sorry, continue, here we have. Okay, and then again double space, select, continue, and click here. Okay, so this is the way of applying all the dimensions. Again double space, select this line, click here, go to this line, continue dimension, click here. So you can observe here, drawing is small and dimensions are looking larger little bit. Okay, so we have to change the scale of dimensions of this drawing only. Okay, only for this drawing. Then select all the dimensions like this. like this and press Ctrl 1. Now we are going to reduce the scale of text as well as the arrow size. Okay, so here we have arrow size is by default 30. For the other drawing, make it 2. You can see here everything became every arrow became smaller. And if you want to change the text size, then here we have text height option. You can see here, make it also 2. You can see here uniform looking drawing is completed. Okay, so now this was the third part. Select M is the shortcut for move, enter, place it here. And last part for this session is exercise number 4. We need a rectangle of 70 by 40. So just take a rectangle, click here, 70, tab, 40, enter. And later what should we do? Just we are going to track a line from this point to this point. What is the distance? 20. Let's calculate it. Total length is 70 minus 30, remaining 40. Then 20 right side, 20 left side. So we have to track a line. Okay, let's take a line here and we are going to track this point. You can see a green dotted line appear. Type here 20, enter. Downward direction 15, 15, enter. This is 30, enter, and make it perpendicular to the top line. Thus TR double space, trim it. Now we need a circle of diameter 10. Diameter 10, it means we have another type of circle, center and diameter. Then we are going to track this midpoint to downward direction. Type the value, that is 10, and diameter, it is asking about the diameter. You can see here, specify diameter of circle, we need 10, enter. That's all. Again space the same circle command, otherwise we can mirror it, but I don't know how to use mirror for now. We never discussed about the mirror tool. Okay, so later when we discuss about mirror tool, we will work with that. Okay, so just repeat the same command, type the value, that is 10 below from that midpoint, and the diameter is 10, enter. We have completed this drawing too. Okay, so let's apply the dimensions. Linear, here we can, and click this. You can see here, that's all. We can change the place or display at the center of the dimension line. Okay, so just these all are very simple. Go to this line, continuous line, here we have. Okay, again just double click or double space like this. Again click here, done. Place it here in between, continue dimension, center point, and this one. Okay, if you want to change the location or position of the text, we can change it like this, otherwise that is okay. Now again take this linear tool, click here, place it here, double space like this. Okay, so everything is done. Now we are going to apply the diameter. Here we have the diameter. Select this circle and you can see comma 2 holes. So just double click here, comma 2 holes, click outside. That's it. We have created 4 drawings in today's session. I hope these 4 drawings are very easy for you, and if you have any doubt, then you can comment me below in the comment section. So we have created this 4 basic drawings, basic mechanical drawings. Thank you for this session. Thank you for joining Digital CAD. Bye bye. Good day. Take care.